We've got a fun one today, you guys, because we're talking about one of my favorite topics, how much YouTube has paid me. And since January was one of my biggest months ever on YouTube, I figured why not just share all of my income streams with you guys. I know a lot of people have been dealing with layoffs. That's something that I went through beginning of January of 2023. And I've spent all of 2023 trying to build up new sources of income so that I would never again be in a situation where even if I went back to a 9-to-5 or whatever, that I would be completely screwed out of money, etc. if I lost my job again. So I wanted to start creating different income streams for myself, and in January I have quite a few that I wanted to share with you guys. I like making these videos because I hope that it just inspires you guys or motivates you guys, or if you're thinking about, starting different income streams, starting an Etsy store or starting whatever, like that it gives you the proof and the motivation that you can do it, that you can actually make money doing these things. So of course my main source of income is through YouTube, so we're gonna dive into all of my income streams and how they relate to my YouTube channel. It was a pretty crazy month, you guys. It was wild. I mean, it was my biggest month ever on YouTube, so pretty crazy. I'm pretty grateful for that, but let's go ahead and dive into it. All right, so as I go through this list, I'm gonna start with my smallest source of income and work my way up to my biggest. And because, spoiler, YouTube is my biggest, at the end of the video, I'm gonna go through January's YouTube analytics. So if anybody is interested in hearing about my analytics and what contributed to January being my biggest month yet on YouTube, we'll dive into all of that nitty-gritty fun stuff. But first, let's go ahead and talk about my income streams. So first we have my smallest itty-bitty one, which is affiliate marketing. This is definitely one that I really want to expand on and really double down on and grow over this year in 2024 because it is so tiny for me and I know that it has so much potential to be so much bigger. I will say that I don't really push products very much on any of my social media. I do have affiliate link to things like my Amazon storefront in my YouTube description box. I put that for every single video, but unless I'm specifically talking about a product in a YouTube video, I don't really push my affiliate links. I don't push products often. It's really just like, oh, by the way, I'm using this, and if you're interested in it, here's the link, etc. So I just really don't push it that much. I don't put things on my Instagram stories or make TikToks or reels about products ever. But I also have heard from other YouTube creators that their affiliate marketing is such a big portion of their yearly income. So I know that this should be so much bigger for me. This is another reason why I actually really want to focus on growing some of my other social media channels like Instagram and TikTok, because then hopefully I can push products on those platforms as well. So this is a really small one for me. I do use Amazon affiliates for my primary one, and then I also have LTK, and then I also sometimes have affiliate links with individual companies. When I partner with them on a brand deal, they'll sometimes give me an affiliate link as well. So there's lots of different ways to get started with affiliate marketing, but I would say Amazon and LTK are the easiest ones if you just want to dabble in it. But my huge grand total from affiliate marketing in January was $10.96. And again, yeah, I only made $11 doing this, but I didn't put very much effort into pushing products. So I am really curious, if I spent the month of February, putting things on my Instagram stories every day or whatever, how much bigger this could potentially be. Maybe I'll experiment with that one of these days. But yeah, that was my smallest one, but I do think this one has so much potential and I'm hopeful that it could grow a lot in the coming year. All right, income stream number 2 is actually something that I just started doing this year in January. And they also happen to be the sponsor of today's video. So I know that this income stream is gonna sound maybe random and strange to some people, but honestly, December was so freaking expensive, you guys. From driving up to Washington to visit my family, buying Christmas presents, the whole lot. It was just a lot. It was expensive, and let's be honest, credit card bill was a little high last month. So because of that, I was looking for a little extra ways to bring in some extra cash. And that's when I learned about this really cool platform called Prime Opinion. Prime Opinion is simply a platform where people like me and you can take surveys to earn cash. It is incredibly easy to sign up and get started. All you do is sign up for an account by following these easy steps. Once you've created your account, you can go ahead and start taking surveys. What's cool about the platform is that it actually tells you upfront how long you can expect the survey to take. You just click whatever survey you want to take and then start answering questions. When you're done with the survey, points are added to your account, and you can see here the points directly equate to how much money you've made. And finally, once you've earned enough points, you can start taking payouts. It's really that simple. This is something that I just started doing in my free time, maybe while mindlessly watching TV or I'm bored and waiting for one of my many doctor's appointments. And over the span of January, I've made over $10, and that is just from spending a few extra minutes of my time here and there taking surveys. This is just as much as I made from the first side hustle, and you guys, when I tell you it is truly so easy to do, I am not kidding. Prime Opinion also claims that an average user makes about $11 per day over the span of a 30-day period. You could be pulling in an extra $300, which is not insignificant. So if you're looking for an extra way to pull in a little extra cash, maybe 100, 200, 300 bucks a month, and you have a little extra time, maybe between work meetings or while you're waiting for the bus at the bus stop, or for me, like I said, as I'm just like waiting in the doctor's office for 45 minutes is a perfect time for me to do this, then I highly recommend checking them out. It's worth a shot, you guys. I'll provide a link for you guys to sign up down below if you're interested, and they've also provided me a bonus code, which is pretty cool because if you do use the code, you'll actually receive an extra 10% on the points that you earn for each survey completed within the next 7 days. Anyway, this was a new one for me this month, and I thought I would share it with you guys because it really is an easy way to make a little bit extra cash, whether it be just going towards groceries, some extra bills, or even just giving you some extra spending cash. We're always open to a little extra cashola, if you know what I mean. So like I said, I made about $12.56 doing this, and thank you to Prime Opinion for sponsoring today's video. All right, the next income stream that I have, you guys, is through dividends. If you're unfamiliar with investing and dividends, first of all, you should learn about it because I strongly believe in the power of investing. But basically, dividends are what companies will pay you monthly or quarterly or yearly or whatever to be invested in their company, to be a shareholder. So simply by just like putting your money in a company, they're making payments and they're called dividends. So I have quite a few companies that I own and they pay me dividends. Sometimes it's, like I said, monthly, sometimes it's quarterly. Most companies I've learned are quarterly, but I do have one that pays me monthly and it's pretty decent. January is a payout that's like a quarter end because the quarter ended in December, and so I get a lot of the payments in January. So January is, I will say, one of my bigger months that I have because I have some of those quarterly payments happening as well. It was a pretty good month for me with dividends. It's probably the most I've ever made from dividends. So let's head over to my Robinhood and I will show you guys that. I do use Robinhood, and you can go into your history and then just filter to dividends, and it breaks it down by month. I already have my one that is paid out monthly pending for next month, and 25 bucks. Like, my money is just sitting there, you guys, sitting in the stock account, and I'm getting paid monthly or quarterly for just like simply having my money there. But in January, you can see I have all of these dividends, and I do actually have my dividends set to be reinvested into the stock market, which basically means if I make $23 from this stock, it's just gonna automatically buy me more stock for that dollar amount, if that makes sense. And the reason I do that is because I don't need to live off of this money at this time, and I would rather focus on like reinvesting and growing my portfolio for it to be bigger. But if I wanted to, I could have these paid out to me, and this would actually be like in my bank account spending money. But like I said, I'm just essentially using this as like investment money to reinvest into the stock market. So my total for my dividends was $70.75 exactly. And like I said, that was a pretty solid month for me, pretty big as far as dividends are concerned. I would love for my dividends to essentially get to a point where I was making like $1,000 a month or some like in the thousands, because that is like truly passive income. It's like one of the most passive forms of income that you can have and make out there. So my goal, long-term goal in life, is to just like have tons of money in dividends and be like making passive money that way. All right, next income stream. This one is really similar to the last one of the most passive forms of income, you guys, and this is a high yield savings account. So Chris and I have like a joint high yield savings account, and we actually use Robinhood for this as well. I actually do have an affiliate link for Robinhood. That's actually not something that I even included in my affiliate because I like just reinvest the money that Robinhood essentially gives me. But with Robinhood Gold, you can currently earn up to 5% interest, which is one of the highest amounts of interest that like I have personally seen. So this is what we ended up deciding to go with for our high yield savings account. This is money that like, it's not our true emergency fund. We have our emergency fund like in our savings account with our bank. This one, we could have it in our bank account within probably like 2 or 3 business days. So it's not a true emergency fund in that sense, but it's very liquid in that we could have it within a couple days. But since we don't want to just have like a shite ton of money just sitting in a random savings account that's earning like 0.1% or something, we decided to put it in a high yield savings account that's earning 5%. And if we do need it, we can like cash out and have it within a couple days. So like I said, we do use Robinhood, and I have an affiliate link with them. So if you guys want to sign up for Robinhood, you do get a free stock for signing up, and I do as well. So it does benefit me. And I just think Robinhood is a really like easy, straightforward way to get started investing if you're interested in dividends or a high yield savings account as well. Anyways, that was a side tangent. We use Robinhood Gold for our high yield savings account, and I will start off by saying in the month of January, our interest on our cash just sitting in this account earned us $100.36. So again, that is just passive income income, it is essentially getting reinvested. We're just adding it to our savings account, really, and it's continuing and continuing to snowball every single month. All right, now those income streams, they're cool and all. They're great. I love having, you know, passive income streams. I love working on my affiliate marketing. I love doing all these extra little things. But now let's talk about where I'm actually making like a majority big chunk of my monthly income. So next we have brand partnerships. And of course, this is one that I primarily have because I have a YouTube channel, because I have a social media presence. I will say though that January was probably one of my smaller months with brand partnerships. For whatever reason, I don't know, brands weren't really looking to partner with me last month, and that's okay. But I do have 3 partnerships lined up for February as of right now. That's going to be a significantly larger month for me. So these brand partnerships can fluctuate a lot, and I definitely hope to get them scaled up a bit to where it's consistently like making me as much as my YouTube AdSense revenue. But we'll get there one day, you guys. Brand partnership paid me $250. Again, every brand partnership fluctuates so much. It varies based on different things, like if they're offering a product or if they're offering commission or how long my product feature placement has to be within the video. Sometimes they'll pay me more because they want to do a TikTok as well, or maybe they won't pay me as much because they're giving me a product and the product super high value, or maybe they're also offering me commission, or maybe they're also offering me some other incentive as well. So it can really vary a lot, and brand partnerships are really interesting. It's a lot of negotiation and kind of figuring out like what works. But like I said, I really do hope that this one is one that I can grow significantly over these next few months. All right, next we have UGC. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me for a UGC video on how to get started doing UGC and just like every little detail. So I do want to make one of those videos for you guys with tons of different detail and ideas and ways to get started with UGC. But that's not the topic of this video. We're not going to dive into like the how-tos. I just wanted to share how much I'm making to give you guys a realistic view of like what the potential upside here is. So if you are unfamiliar with UGC, it stands for user generated content, and basically it is when people who use a company's products essentially like make like organic looking content for the brand. Sometimes the brand will like reuse that content, and typically this is for like people without a very big following, that type of thing, because they're not really paying people very much to make this content. So I do UGC a little bit. It's not a super significant source of income for me. I mean, this month it was one of my biggest ones, but it has fluctuated month over month before, and sometimes it's like a lot lower for me. But this month was a really big month for me. I made $900 exactly doing UGC, and I'm super grateful for that. I want to honestly like find more ways to work with more brands and do more UGC because it does have the potential to be so big. And I love that you don't have to have, you know, a huge following. You don't have to be an influencer or, you know, get these huge brand sponsorships. You just have to kind of be able, like, be willing to make content. All right, and finally we have the big boy, the one you guys have been waiting to hear about. So drum roll please. My grand total for YouTube ad revenue was $2,704.25. That is freaking crazy. So that brings my grand total for the month of January up to $4,048.32. So January was a pretty big month for me, you guys. It was pretty crazy. I am so grateful for every single penny that I made in January, because again, this is what I'm doing full time. This is what I'm doing for my income, and you know, have a baby on the way, have things we need to like decorate in this room, in the nursery, and just lots of stuff coming up. So I'm just grateful to be making like good money doing what I do and doing something that I enjoy too. But let's go ahead and head over to my YouTube analytics so we can dive a little bit deeper into what contributed to my biggest month ever on YouTube. All right, so here I am in my YouTube analytics, and as I'm recording this, you guys, I just broke 13,000 subscribers today, which is pretty crazy. I have just been growing really fast over these last couple of days and weeks, and I'm so grateful for that because again, like I said, I am doing this full time, and it just means a lot to me that people care about what I have to say and want to get to know me and all of those things. This was a video I posted yesterday where I shared like a productive work day in my life, opening up about some stuff that I've been dealing with pregnancy and I've been feeling about YouTube and my career with YouTube and stuff. It's doing fine. It's like mid for me, 5 out of 10, so can't complain about that. But let's head over to my analytics, and this is already updated for January. So as I just mentioned, here's the proof. I made $2,704.25, and that was my biggest month. Prior to that, my biggest month was in August, which I had made a separate video about a couple months ago, and that was just about $2,200. So almost, well, I'm actually like $500 higher than I was back in August. So it would be really cool if I was able to consistently be making this amount of money every single month. But as you guys see here, that was not consistent. So I definitely am not like banking on this happening every single month or anything like that. I did gain over 1,500 subscribers in January, 1,539 subscribers. My watch time hours was 10.4K, and I got 106.5K views. It also says I published 9 videos in the month of January. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down to my top content this period. So of course, first I have my 10 easy side hustle ideas. I cannot believe that you guys, that this video is still making me thousands and thousands of views every single month. It is absolutely crazy. In the month of January alone, it got me 87,000 views. So this just goes to show like how majority of my channel is like being supported by this video. I do hope to, you know, everyone wants to go viral, of course, but I do hope to have another video, ideally not within like the side hustle income niche, but I probably will start making a few more videos like that since they are something that is working well for me. But I do want to continue to post other things like resets, productivity, pregnancy, mom life, stuff like that. And so I do want to continue to keep my channel very well rounded. But since it's like, this is what's working, I'll probably try and lean into that a bit. But next was my pregnancy announcement video. I'm so happy that that video did well. It was just such a fun one, heartfelt one for me to make, and I loved sharing that experience with you guys and sharing like everything that happened leading up to finding out I'm pregnant, telling our friends and family, our gender reveal, and all of that. So it was just a good one. It was a heartfelt one, and it's always just nice when you have like a really good video that you love and then it does well. So that was really happy. How much YouTube paid me my first 6 months being monetized. I posted that mid-December and it's continuing to get views through January, 3,200 views. That one has done really well for me in January. Home organization video, that was a fun one to make. I have been kind of like in nesting mode, so it's been fun to, yeah, but this one got me 1,300 views. I am surprised, you guys, my how to make friends video. I posted this one back in May of 2023 and it is like it's like similar to my side hustles video. It's just continuing to get views like every day, every week, every month, and I'm so grateful for that. It's obviously not on the scale that my side hustles video is, but on the topic of like having different types, niche content topics, like beginning views and getting subscribers, like that's super important to me. So I am really grateful that this one has continued to grow and get me more views. And then we kind of drop off from there. The last one that got me over 1,000 views in January was my like I got laid off, how I'm really doing after 1 year of being unemployed or working for myself and all that. So those are my top videos this month. I don't think it's like a huge surprise to me. Of course, it seems like income related stuff does well. The pregnancy one I think was just exciting, and my other ones are like ones that continue to do well every month. One thing I will mention is how viewers find me. YouTube search, this is primarily from the side hustles video, of course. And then browse features is like pretty good too. So I love trying like to get my browse features and suggested videos up higher, because that means people are seeing me like on the home page or other ways that they're just like browsing on YouTube. I would much rather have people be clicking on me because they like my like thumbnails or titles, versus people that are going to YouTube search are like most likely searching for a very specific topic in answer to a question that they have, such as making money through side hustles and stuff like that. So it makes sense why my search one is so high, but I am definitely working on figuring out how to make better thumbnails and titles to get people to find me better on like browse and suggested. So let's head over to the revenue tab and then I will show you guys. I like looking at my top earning content just to give you guys kind of context on like how much I'm actually making per video. So again, this is pretty comparable to my top content. Of course, my 10 easy side hustles video made me the most. It made me 2,500 of that 2,700. So it's definitely true that like if you have a video going viral, it's going to financially support a lot of your channel. The rest of my videos, if you look at them, like if I didn't have this video, like I probably would have only made around like 200 bucks this month, and that's still like decent side hustle money, but I would not be able to be living my life fully off of that income. So I am super grateful to have a video that is actually able to contribute like to my bills. Next we have again a huge drop off, and we have my how much YouTube paid me my first 6 months being monetized video. That one paid me $30.82, almost $31. The passive income video, $15. The pregnancy video, $13.56. My home organization video made me $11.83. How to make friends, almost $9. Productive February reset, almost $8, and my early pregnancy symptoms video, almost $8. And over here, I always like to look at my CPM. Again, this finding out I'm pregnant one, the CPM was significantly lower than some of these other ones. So you can see how and why like some of these videos might be paying me significantly higher. Like my Teddy side hustles video, the CPM was like $54, which means, a side note, if you don't know what CPM is, it's like how much advertisers are willing to pay for 1,000 views on a video. So a $54 CPM is freaking high. That is really high. Something in this like $10 to $20 range is way more typical, I would say, at least like what I've heard anecdotally from other YouTubers. So all of these videos down here, like this is kind of more standard and what I kind of normally expect my CPM to be making. So the fact that I have these 2 videos that are like $54 and then like $43 for every 1,000 views, that is really, really high, and that's freaking amazing. But I think that's everything I wanted to say on my YouTube analytics. Let me know if you have any specific questions. I know you guys like looking at my analytics and hearing how much I'm making and what kind of all goes into the YouTube revenue and all of that. So hopefully you guys found that interesting. Let me know if you did. And I do think it's pretty crazy that all these different income streams made me over $4,000 this month. I am, like I said, so grateful for that. That is an actual salary. Like, that's an actual amount of money that people make from a 9-to-5 job, and it's more than some people make in a 9-to-5 job. So I'm so beyond grateful to be making this amount of money at this point in my YouTube journey. I'm so grateful for it, and I hope that it really does continue to grow so that I can continue to like help support my family and all of those things. Well, you guys, that is everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope you found this interesting, helpful, useful, motivational, inspirational, encouraging, any of those things. Let me know if you did. And also, if you enjoyed hearing about my income streams, my YouTube revenue, and looking at my YouTube analytics as well, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It just helps me know what content you guys like seeing from me, and also I love chatting with you guys in my comments, so please do leave a comment if you have any thoughts or feelings. And also, if you're new here, I would love for you to stick around, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. That is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, I hope you found it helpful. So I will catch up with you next time.